Well, baby, what's the trip so far?
I have num but it's okay.
Well, it's the next morning, and we're out early after a bit of a dodgy night in Izmir. When the taxi driver asks why you're staying in this part of town, you might have made a bit of a mistake. Everything's okay though. We picked up our rental car this morning. Headed out early for a day of wine tasting before we check in at Cesme. This is the official start of our Turkish Riviera life. It's a month of rambling down the Aegean coast from Cesme to Antalya. The first stop though is Uska Winery, near the town of Keskura. It's a little overcast and windy, but nothing a little wine tasting. Uska Winery is run by a lovely lady named Serpil and Dora. And it was their first wine, or one of the first wineries in this region. Serpil and her winery are most noted for naming her wines after Shakespearean sonnets. Let's go in and check it out. We're going to try a selection of wines starting with a Sonnet 160, a Chardonnay, and Viognier blend with a slight floral and rich citrus taste. The body's lighter than most Chardonnays though. And next will be a Rosé Sonnet 73, again that floral background. It spent 7 months in French oak barrels. Now onto the reds with Sonnet 66, a Bordeaux blend that gets 6 months in the oak to give it a pepper, cinnamon, and spice palette. It was recently awarded Sommelier's selection. And finally, the Cab Sauv and Merlot Reserve that's the best on offer from Uska. A full 18 months in oak brings out the vanilla, dark forest berry, and chocolate notes with a long finish. So let's get started. Thoughts on your first taste of some Turkish wines?
We started with the blush, Sonnet 8. It was very light, rosé. And we might be bringing a bottle.
Alright. And what do we have next?
Next one is a Sonnet 99, which is
Alright. A little bit of a cool and rainy patch apparently. So this is the view from our hotel in Cesme. And that's the harbor down there. Nice little family run place. Before the they called it the Exodus, when all the Greeks went back to Turkey and all the Turkish people came from Greece back to Turkey. Lots of windmills around here too.
what?
Lots of windmills around here too.
Good.
What do you think? Glad we came here instead of staying in Izmir? Well, we're heading out for a walk down to the port, check out the harbor, to check out Cesme Castle. So during the growth of the Ottoman Empire, Cesme was attacked twice by the Venetians in 1472 and again in 1501. The castle was built as a precaution against further attacks. It was built in 1508 during the reign of the Ottoman Sultan Bayezid II. It was originally a seaside castle, but because of the alluvial deposits, it's now castle became a tenant of the World Heritage Site. Initially constructed by the Genoese, a small fort was built on the hill, but was significantly enlarged and fortified in 1508 to defend Cesme and the coastline from pirates. It was constructed with 6 towers and deep moats on 3 sides, initially with the sea on the west wall, and with the main entrance with an iron door and gate on the upper part of the south wall. The walls facing the sea are 86 meters wide. The castle stretches back 127 meters and narrows slightly at the top on the east side. The last military use for the castle was from 1832 to 1833 during the Greek uprising, and following the Crimean War of 1853 to 1856, the cannons were all removed. Close to the public entrance, up from the first stairs leading to the tower, is a small exhibit marking the Battle of Cesme. The collection comprises coins and medals, personal effects, and weaponry recovered from the sunken ships. Outside, on the towers, are cannons, cannonballs, and anchors recovered from the sunken ships of the campaign, including a highly decorative cannon from the 66-gun galleon Mustafi. Battle of Cesme, fought between the Russian and Ottoman navies on the 6th and 7th of July 1770, was a decisive engagement during the Russo-Turkish War of 1768 through 1774. It marked a significant Russian victory and showcased their growing naval strength. In the early summer of 1770, the Russian fleet entered the Aegean Sea and engaged Ottoman forces. The Ottoman Navy, commanded by Cesme Pasha, anchored in the sheltered Bay of Cesme near the western coast of modern-day Turkey. Though numerically superior, the Ottoman fleet was poorly organized and poorly trained compared to the Russian fleet. During the night, the Russians launched a surprise fire ship attack. The attack involving ships packed with explosives set adrift towards enemy vessels. The fire ships caused chaos, igniting the closely packed Ottoman fleet in the day. Many Ottoman ships were destroyed or scuttled by the crews to prevent capture. And always there's the Muslim call to prayer, reminding us to think about how grateful we are for everything we have, including this trip. Well, that pretty much wraps up the castle. We're going to go down to the waterfront now to check out the marina. This was well worth the detour. It was all included in our Turkey museum pass as well. So let's go check out the promenade now and we'll scope out a place for dinner later. Nothing says waterfront walk. They got ice cream at sunset. And the gardens are just beautiful this time of year. We're sort of first week of September and everything's still in bloom. Looks lovely. pretty high end here, judging by the boats in the marina. They're all pretty pricey. It's dinner time now. Waterfront restaurants won't seat you for just a drink, so we're heading back into town where the prices are a little more reasonable. First, we'll finish checking out these shops. Well, the replaced battery light is flashing, so I don't know how much of dinner I'm going to be able to catch, but we're having a little seafood. There's always a hill. It's our second day here in Cesme, and we're going to go have a wander down the other side of the harbor. So yesterday, we spent our time on the marina side where all the glitz and glamour is, where supposedly this other side retains more of the old traditional fishing village aspects. So let's go check it out. The marina, you have all kinds of tours. And there's a half a dozen boats here that are looking to take you out on island tours or party boat tours or barbecue lunch tours. Not on today's agenda, but I'm sure we'll get to it before the trip is out. We have a 3-day Gulig tour coming up, which stay tuned for that one. Last night we got hit with some torrential rains and flooding. Locals have been cleaning it all up, so it's pretty much all swept up. But the owner of our hotel showed us a YouTube video of water flooding down that stairwell that runs down beside the castle that you would have seen earlier. It looked like a waterfall last night. But they must be used to it because they've got it all cleaned up. Across the street still has that built-up tourist look to it, with restaurants, cafes, even a business or two. Everywhere you look, they love Ataturk, the founder of modern-day Turkey. Lots of blue flag beaches here. It's a little bit quiet because the water's a little murky from the rain last night, and it is a Wednesday around 11 a.m. But this is Maui Beach in Cesme, with a few hardy souls in for a dip. So you can see the water's crystal clear here. What do you think? You ready for a swim? Yeah. Well, I'm sure we're going to have lots of beach days, so a lot of broken glass around this end, eh? Well, we had a little time after shopping to freshen up. We're heading out for dinner. We were a little too hungry to remember to film it. It's the last day in Cesme, and it's going to be a work day. A couple of conference calls, a webinar, then it's back to the boardwalk to catch the sunset. Tomorrow we head for Ephesus, but not before stopping for our first official beach day. Temperatures are supposed to hit 31 degrees C, so we're going to look for a beach since we've only got a couple of hours from Ephesus. Stay tuned for the next videos from the ancient city. And if you haven't yet, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.